20 years ago, I married a baker. He wasn't a baker back then, that was just a hobby of his. He didn't have his own shop yet, but that was his dream and I stood by him. My dream was to be a full-time wife and mother, and that's exactly what I've been doing, and I've loved every second of it. We are not a perfect family, but we do the best we can. I absolutely love Christmas time and everything that comes with the season. My husband always stresses out around this time of year because we tend to spend all we have on our children and getting them as many presents as we can. Because of that, he is not the most generous when it comes to other people. Every penny he makes is a penny earned, and he will not give something away without getting something in return. That's how he's always been, and I still love him unconditionally. The kids and I decided to visit my husband while he was at work. My kids were helping him frost cookies and I was watching when an older woman came in. The woman called out, "A dozen of your chocolate chip cookies, please." My husband replied, "Right away," and put 12 cookies in a box. The woman looked puzzled and said, "Sir, other bakers in town give me 13 cookies, not 12. My husband rudely replied, "A dozen is 12, lady. Sorry, but unlike the other bakers, I stick to the rules." I felt bad for the woman and said, "Come on, it's Christmas time, just give her an extra one." He refused, and the lady said, "You're going to regret this," and walked out. That night, a cold breeze ran throughout the house. Doors slammed shut, and we took the kids into the basement. I asked my husband, "Do you think this has anything to do with the old lady? She was scary." And the husband replied, "You're being ridiculous. It's storming outside, that's all." The next night, my husband was in a terrible mood. He said that his cookies caught on fire, the cakes wouldn't rise, and his donuts were disastrous. It went on that day for weeks until my husband came home crying one day, saying not a single customer comes in anymore. We don't know what to do. He's been making no money, and we're starting to struggle with buying groceries and paying bills. My husband walked downstairs with a bat in his hand when he heard a knock at the door. He asked, "Who's there?" No one answered. He opened up the door to find a box. Inside the box were 13 cookies, and there was a note on top that said, "Sometimes you give without getting anything in return." My husband, knowing it was the old lady who had cursed his bakery, left the box. He was furious. He opened up the door and threw the box outside. I finally had enough of all my husband's rage. I sat him down and told him, "We need to have a talk. It needs to be said." I sat him down and talked about our Heavenly Father and how He laid down His life for us to live. He did that because He loves us, and He didn't even know us. And He's showing us selflessness, and by doing so, He's teaching us a lesson, that we need to give to others, not for us to get something, but so they can have something. And when we give, we must reflect it back to Him. And I told him if he could not understand that, then I could not be with him. I went upstairs and went back to bed. The next day at the bakery was a Sunday, and like always, my children and I came to visit. Moments later, the same old woman came back in and asked, "Can I have my dozen cookies now?" My husband looked at me and I nodded. He got out 13 cookies and put them in a box and said, "Here you go, free of charge, ma'am. Merry Christmas." The old lady smiled and said, "Thank you, the curse is now broken." Immediately it stopped raining, the sun came out, and as soon as she left, people came in. My husband got the most business he's ever had in one day, and that night he told me from then on, his dozen of cookies was now 13. That made me so happy, and from then on, it was back to a normal family again, and we lived happily ever after.